People always asking me what I got on. They be like, hey, Brandon, what you got on? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. Don't worry about it, sweetheart.
Invis is everything braces isn't. More comfortable, fewer emergency appointments. Invisalign.
Welcome back to Levi Stadium and the NBC Sports Studio. Each week, Adobe brings us stories of athletes who perform at their peak.
That's right. Danielle Podlosky joins us with the story of a top volleyball player from Marin Catholic.
Aubrey, junior setter Leah Laboy comes from a family of talented athletes. But Leah is making a name for herself at Marin Catholic and grabbing the attention of colleges along the way. Marin Catholic junior Leah Laboy was born to be an athlete. Leah comes from a long line of volleyball players on her mom's side.
My mom's side, it kind of comes from my grandfather. He is a collegiate volleyball coach. He's coached for over 50 years. He was an Olympic consultant for the national team, and that kind of started the whole, I guess, legacy or empire of my mom's side. And my aunt and my two uncles played collegiately, and my mom also played in college.
On her dad's side, it's all about football.
My uncle played in the NFL for a pretty long time, and my dad's an NFL agent.
Leah's mom was a setter on the volleyball team at Utah State. She played for 1 year before giving up the sport to have Leah.
I worked my whole life to play in college, and so when I chose to give it up, I always hoped that, especially when I found out it was a girl, I always hoped that she would love it because I loved my time in a gym. But I never wanted to force her into it because my parents never forced us into it, although I nudged her pretty hard towards it.
Leah first started out playing soccer, but with a little push from her mom, Leah attended a volleyball clinic when she was 8.
I went to a clinic and I didn't think I would like it because I liked soccer so much and I liked just being with my friends, and I didn't really want to go to a whole new sport and have to learn meet new people. But after one clinic, I really realized how much I loved the sport. So from then on, it was volleyball all the way.
Leah, now a setter just like her mom, is an anchor for the Wildcats. Last season, Leah recorded an astonishing 693 assists and helped lead her team to its first state appearance in program history.
We ended up winning NorCal CIF, so we ended up going to state for Division I. There was a lot of successes and we ended up falling short in the end, but making MC history was definitely something that was my main goal coming into that season, and the fact that we were able to get there was unreal.
Standing at 5 foot 8 inches, Leah is considered undersized for a setter, but she makes up for it with her expressive play and competitive fire.
In a sense, I am an undersized player for my position, and I as much as I don't focus on it, it's something that I need to elevate my playing level and my skill more than those who are 4 inches taller than me. So I think just my competitive spirit on the court and the way that I conduct myself towards my teammates and just how I compete is something that I really think helps me with attention-wise.
Just as Leah is passionate on the court, her family is passionate in the stands.
When you look back at video, you can always hear my mom screaming or my dad yelling, and my dad's a very quiet person. He's very reserved, so seeing him so riled up during games is definitely something that I look forward to. My brothers dress up. They have cute little shirts that say Leah's Laboys on them with my number on it, so that's just something that I really am grateful for, to have such a strong support system.
I'm the loud mom. I have no problem showing up in her jersey because I am super proud, and my favorite thing is watching her play, literally in life.
Leah is catching the eyes of numerous schools, but the recruiting process slowed down because of the pandemic.
It's kind of difficult for our class, but I am grateful to have right now 2 official offers, and I've had some walk-on offers, but I'm really trying to be smart about my decision and just know that I'm exercising every option that I have, just because you never know what's out there, especially because it's all uncertain right now.
The Laboy household is extremely competitive, especially on game nights.
Her dad and I are all about, we don't let the kids win, because we're trying to be nice parents. We want them to learn the agony of defeat and how to bounce back from it. But yes, it gets very competitive. Even with her brothers that are 5 and 7, they want to win. And the youngest one might cry when he loses a lot, but the middle brother is definitely out to win.
Leah is grateful to have a family that understands volleyball and her love of the game.
I'll be forever grateful for this, my family, and just like how much they know. And it's definitely helped me just like skill-wise, because ever since I was little, my grandpa and I would every summer, like we would get into a gym. He taught me how to serve, he taught me all the basics, and I still get to like go on Zoom with him even though he lives away. I get to go on Zoom with him and like look over film from the previous years.
And her family couldn't be any prouder of her accomplishments.
I'm super proud. She's doing a lot of things that I wished I got an opportunity to do, but it's hard for me to admit. No, it's not. She's definitely better than I ever was. That kid's gonna go as far as she wants to. And I've always believed that, and believed that, not for her, but I've always seen that in her.
Sports are in Leah Laboy's blood. Leah comes from a long line of athletes, mostly volleyball players. So it is no surprise Leah found her way onto the court. Growing up in her family taught Leah how to compete and molded her into the athlete and person she is today.
Leah is excited to get back on the court with her teammates. The Wildcats are going for their 5th straight league title this season.
Quite a family, the whole line of family doing well in sports. My family, not one single person, as far back as you can go, not one single person has done well in sports.
But you run up and down a football field with a camera very well. I will say that.
As soon as they make that an Olympic sport, we'll have that going for me. All right, thanks, Danielle.